Hello, my name is Andrea. I'm calling from the DC area. I'm 38 years old.
How long have you lived in DC for?
All my life, I grew up in Bladensburg, and then I've been moving around, but back in DC.
Gotcha. And what do you do for work?
Right now, I work for the retail, the mobile expert at Walmart in the electronics department for OSL retail.
And how long have you been doing that?
I just got that job about a week ago. Brand new job.
And what? How much are you making there?
That's 16 an hour plus commission. This is my first commission based job, so I'm interested to see what I can do with it.
What's your expected range of commission on that?
Well, I'm still learning the commission when it comes to how to get the commission, but you get the biggest commission for when you sell postpaid cell phones and then accessories. Basically, trying to sell the cell phone and the name brand along with the bundles that go with it. The screen protectors, the cases, the headphones, and all that. But the biggest commission goes when you get a customer sign up for the Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile. And then we have the prepaid services, and you get paid for, commission was every time you sell one of those. But the big commission is the postpaid. And I did get one today. They said one a day. Three is the, ultimate. But I got one today. So,
What made you start that job at Walmart?
I was looking for, well, one because the job I had before, the pay wasn't as that or what I'm looking for because I was struggling to pay my bills. So I knew it was time for me to get a new job, and I know that the DC area had gotten the pay raise, so now I'm up to 16 an hour. Full time with benefits and commission based too. So at the end of the month, I get a commission check for everything I sold during the month before. So it's like a month, behind.
And so you'll be working 40 hours a week at Walmart now, moving forward?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I'm not a Walmart employee. I work for OSL.
Oh,
So I'm a vendor.
OSL. Okay. So you're a vendor, but you,
Yes,
you sell at Walmart.
exactly. And I do work for Blue Buffalo too. I'm a vendor for them too. And that one's part time, and that one pays 15 an hour. But I'm getting ready to do a pay raise because I took on. I have three stores that I work under, and I'm getting ready to get a fourth store that I'm going to work in DC, and that will give me a pay raise of 17 an hour.
Okay. So for the phone service vendor that you're working for, are you going to be working 40 hours a week?
Yeah,
And then
40 hours a week.
And then the second job that you're doing as well, that's 17 an hour. How many hours a week are you working for that?
That I'm trying to get at least 4 to 8 hours a week. I was doing up to 20, but this when I was in between jobs. So now I'm gonna put that back into play.
Okay, so gross income on top of all of that. I'm just gonna do some math real quick. I guess yearly gross income that's about 32,000 off the back of a napkin.
All right. After taxes, about 28.
Yeah. After tax, about $28,000. That leaves you just over $2,000 a month in net income. Then, so we'll call it $2,300 because I'm sure you have some health benefits stuff that come out of that as well.
Yeah, I haven't signed up for the health benefits yet, so I'm gonna see how much the checks are, and then I'll decide.
Okay.
'Cause I got state insurance, so I've been using that.
So we'll call it about 2,200 in case there's some benefits stuff in there. Is there a retirement plan that you're going to
Right.
be a part of too, or
Not yet. Let me see. I gotta see how everything progresses, and then from there I'll decide if I want to sign up for the retirement plan or not.
okay? And so you just started this job a week ago, and you've had the part-time job for how long?
Going on 6 months.
6 months. Okay. Prior to this, what'd you do?
Before this job, I was working at my organic market.
And how much were you making there?
15 an hour on the weekdays and weekends 17. That was their new incentive program. They, I guess, get more employees to work weekends.
Okay. And did you go to college or?
Yeah, I did. I went to community college. I got my associate's degree in general education and a major and a concentration in communication. So I did. I got my understudy, undergrad.
And did you take out any loans when you went to college?
No, I didn't have to actually because I worked at the school. I started working at PG Community College when I was 19 in the library. So from there, they paid for my tuition, and then my loan money that I had, the grant money you get, that paid for my classes, my credit. So that's all I had to pay out in my pocket. And then when I left that job, I did that for a year and a half, and then went to Greenbelt Library, worked there part time, and I was still in school. And then I would go. I was always on and off when it came to school. So it took me roughly about 7 years total. Like when it comes to me 19 to 27 to finish my education. But I never owned any student loans. And then when I finally graduated and I transferred to UMUC, the online school, that's when that's when I decided I didn't want to pursue my graduate degree because I was gonna have to pay all that loan back. So I just stopped with this associates.
Gotcha. And I mean, that's good to go to school and have your school paid for by working and not having to take out a lot of
Yeah.
loans. So,
hmm
good spot to be in there. How would you rate your
hmm
current financial situation on a scale of 1 to 10?
It's about a six.
About a six. Okay.
Only it's about a six. It's getting better with me being able to transition between these two jobs. It's been trying to catch up with my bills, but I know I'll pay them down because I've done it before. It's just a matter of me just trying to get those checks rolling in again.
And so, current bills. Do you have any debts outstanding right now?
I have my credit card, PayPal, and that's it. And then I got my car insurance. But I had to talk to them about that because everybody's car insurance went up. So I'm in, and so just trying to deal with that situation. But those are the two I have.
So credit card is about $1,000, from my
hmm
understanding.
Yep.
Between the, I guess you have a PayPal credit card and another credit card, and then you have
Right.
a car loan that's about $4,000.
No, that's 1,200. 1,100. 1,100.
The car loan.
Yeah. Oh no, I do have my car loan. That's around like yeah, that's like 4,000. Yeah, I'm sorry, I
Okay.
forgot.
And then the car insurance is another thing you said with car insurance.
Oh yeah, the car insurance at 1,100. My car loan is 4,000, and then I have $1,000 credit card debt when it comes to my PayPal and Capital One bank statement.
Okay, so $1,000 credit card, 4,000 car loan, another $1,000 in car insurance that you owe. Any other debts outside of those?
No, that's about it.
And in terms of assets, what do your assets look like right now?
Those are actually really good. I got Acorns. I invest in Acorns. I have an IRA and a Roth IRA through them. An IRA, Roth IRA through Acorns. I got a Roth IRA through Navy Federal, and I do Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Okay, so I'm looking at the breakdown here. I see Roth IRA has
Mm-hmm.
about $1,200 in it. Then you have an Acorns investment account that's $600 in it. And then you got crypto that has $400 in your Coinbase. And do you have any other assets? Because you said 5,000 when we first spoke on your assets, but I'm seeing, I guess, between the crypto, between the Acorns,
The total.
it's about 2,500. And then, oh, do you have two? Do you have two Roth IRAs?
Yeah, I got Navy Federal too.
Okay, then you have a Roth IRA that has 3,000 in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where the other about the 5,000 totals up to. Okay, and how long have you been contributing to your Roth IRAs for?
Acorns was first, so that's about 3 years. I got that before my parents passed, and then I got the Navy Federal, like maybe 6 months after my parents passed, and the crypto I just got within the last year.
Who got you into crypto and why?
You know, it was a guy at when I worked at my organic market. He was talking about it, and it was a big thing then. And so I did my research and bought a Bitcoin for Dummies book, and then so I read all about it, read the whole book, and then that's when I learned how to do crypto was by reading that book. And so I got into Coinbase and CoinMe and a Blue Wallet, and so I got all that stuff.
And what's your? Are you up on your crypto? Or are you down right now?
Right now, well, right now I'm doing good. Whenever the market is good, it's good. When it's not, it's not. But I usually put like $20. I try to invest at least $20 every paycheck into my crypto and my Ethereum.
Why are you investing in crypto when you got credit card debt right now, though?
Because I know I'll pay that down. I'll pay. I've done it before. I pay it all down, and then I put more money into it.
But you got credit cards at 18% interest rate right now. It doesn't make sense to be investing in crypto.
Yes, it does. You still got to put your money in the savings. So I figured the more money I put in my savings, the credit card will get paid down. I've had credit card debt before that was $19,000, and I paid that off. And so I know I'll be able to pay this credit card off. Trust me, I've done it before. I know how to get myself out of debt.
If you knew how to get yourself out of debt, you wouldn't have gotten into debt and then out of debt and then back into debt. But right now you're out of debt and then you're back in debt and now you're investing in Bitcoin and Ethereum, which, hey, if you want to put 5 or 10% of your net worth when you're out of debt into cryptocurrencies because you don't care where it goes, it could go up, it could go down and go all around, or single stocks or whatever, I'm all for it. But if you got right now $6,000 worth of debt, it doesn't make sense to be putting money towards crypto when you can't pay your bills currently.
No, I can pay. I always have money somewhere.
But mathematically, you can't pay your bills if you're carrying $1,000 balance on your credit card. You can't pay your bills.
I'm paying my bills. It's just I'm going through a tough time right now.
So why are you contributing money still to crypto? Why don't you sell the crypto and use that to pay off part of your credit card balance?
No, I'm going to keep that because I'll pay off the credit card balance, and like I said, I'll pay the credit card balance off. I'm gonna keep my crypto because either way, even if I leave my crypto to pay it off, I mean, I'm still gonna still invest in crypto, so I'll pay it off. I know what to do.
But why don't you take the money out of crypto? You pay off your credit card
Mhm.
bills. So that way you're not paying money
Mhm.
to the banks. I mean, right now, last month you paid like $45 or $55 just to the bank for
Not
having
to
to
be
carry a balance.
right.
And that's
So
so you're just paying the bank $55. You're just lighting $55 on fire right now because you're deciding to keep your
no,
crypto than paying the bank.
no, I will. It's just because I'm going through these changing through jobs, and once the new paychecks come in, I'm going to be able to put a few $100s on it and pay it off. Because I was already paying off my PayPal, but because of certain situations came up, that's why the balance is the way it is. So I'll just pay off one, put the minimum balance on the credit card, or either or, and pay them off. Because I had a firm credit card and I paid that off. So now I just have these two left, and then I'll just pay off the PayPal first or credit card, probably the credit card first, and then once that paid off, put that away because I know how to put the credit card away and not use it. It's just I was going through a because the jobs I was having wasn't paying me enough for trying to keep everything at bay. So and then I moved too. Then I moved and had to use my credit card for moving. So it just got out of whack. But I know how to get it back. I've done it before. It
You've
just
done it
it might
before,
take
but
me a few
if
months.
you keep following the same principles and same guidelines that you've been following for the last few years, you're going to find yourself in debt again in 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years, whatever it might be. Because right now you're not. I mean, frankly, you're not managing your money correctly if you're investing in crypto before paying off credit card debt. Because
Well, no, I didn't have the credit card debt came within the last few months, but I've had crypto before that credit card debt, and I stopped putting money into it because I didn't have any money to put into crypto. So I'm not putting money into crypto right now, but I still have it there to keep. So when I reactivate it again after I pay off my debt, then I'll do that. So I haven't put money in there yet because I still have the debt. So once the debts pay off, then I'll go back to crypto.
but
I
why
consider
don't you
that my
use the crypto to speed up that process of getting out of debt?
I might do that. Actually, it's a good idea, and I think I actually will do
I
that
mean,
because I'm not using it right now.
yeah, I mean, the beautiful thing is whether it's, I mean, frankly, if you're in credit card debt, you should not be
Hmm.
investing. If you have high student loans, if you have high anything, you shouldn't be investing. Um,
Right.
I mean, in my opinion, even if you have a car loan, you should be taking probably like your employer match. But I would, the best lifestyle you can possibly have is being debt free because that means you don't
Right.
owe anyone money. But
Right.
if you're trying to invest money in crypto, if you're trying to invest money in single stocks or just ETFs or anything, and trying to
Hmm.
outpace an 18% credit card rate, you're just lighting money on fire at that point. And
Right.
you're just giving I mean, you paid the bank $55 last month for just having a balance on Capital One. I think you have $500 or $600 in that balance right now, and your crypto is about
Right.
$400. Would the crypto wipe away that entirely? No, but it would go from you having a $600 balance on your credit card to having a $200 balance, and the interest on $200 won't be $55. If your balance is,
That's
if you
good.
paid $55 last month in interest and late fees, hopefully your payment will be a lot lower, the interest charge. So instead of paying $55
Right.
in fees, you're paying maybe $20. And that will save you $35 in a month, which is 10% of your crypto portfolio right now.
Right.
But if you're trying to chase a 15 or 20 or 30% return to try to outpace your credit card debt or other debt, it's just going to end you in a vicious cycle versus getting rid of debt right now. That means you have no minimum payments. That means you're not paying banks interest fees. You're not paying late fees. And that's going to save you a lot more money in the short term and the long
Hmm.
term that you can then be, okay, I can invest more money in my Roth IRA, or I can invest more money into mutual funds or index funds. Um, but right now, where you're at right now with $6,000 in debt, the last thing I'd be doing is, hey, let's invest money in crypto or let's keep this money in crypto when you got debts you need to pay off.
I hear what you're saying, and I will do that because, like I said, it's 'cause I'm going through a rocky time right now, just trying to get these jobs in order and trying to get my schedule together. But that is a good idea. Like I said, I haven't invested any since me trying to get myself out of credit card debt, but I will probably use my crypto to do it. Since I do have it, why not use it?
Yeah, and there's you know who Dave Ramsey is?
Yeah, I've heard of that guy.
Yeah, so Dave is he's a guy I've learned a lot from. I took his personal finance class when I was 16, and that helped me kind of set myself up for learning how to budget, manage money, etc. But the way he teaches is he calls it the baby steps. The first baby step is save $1,000 for your emergency fund. So that would be step one in this
Oh, I have
instance
that.
is have $1,000 in your savings account for emergencies, and then step two is pay off all your debts from smallest to largest. And in this case, would be
Right.
you have two credit card payments. One's $200, $300, one's $600 or $700. You pay off the smallest balance first, and then you pay off the larger balance of that one, and then you attack the car loan after that. And that would allow you to just get more cash flow every single month because you're not paying minimum payments. But if I was in your shoes, that's what I'd be doing is I would sell the crypto, make sure I have $1,000 emergency fund, and then start attacking these credit cards and getting out of debt from that perspective, because you won't be paying the bank $50-$60 a month in interest and fees, and then you'll have more money to throw at these other debts.
Right. That's what I'm going to do. That's my next step. I'm just trying to wait to get paid Friday.
Good. Well, that money Friday should be going towards paying these debts off. Not you need to sell the crypto before Friday. Debts need to be paid off and start attacking these. So, what's your interest rate on your car loan right now?
That was at the lowest. It was like 3%.
3%. Okay.
Because I had gotten it. Yeah. It was at the lowest one. So that's not bad. But that I want to pay off too. So that's why I need to get on this stuff, because I'm at the end point of that. Like, I'm almost there. So I'm trying to get rid.
Some people would sit here and say, "Hey, don't pay off a 3% car loan." But my honest,
no, I want to.
Exactly. My honest opinion is any debt, any car loan that you owe the bank every single month, it's a terrible thing to have. And I personally, I don't want a car loan. I don't want to have something in my driveway that, hey, I know that I owe the bank $200, $300. I mean, some people are taking out $800 payments a month on new cars right now. I sure as heck don't want that. You don't want that.
I looked at buying a new car, and now I told myself, heck no. The car I have now, it runs. As soon as I pay it off, I'm gonna run it right into the ground. I get all the maintenance on it, but I don't want to buy a new car forever again. That was like, when you're young, you're dumb, you buy the new car, and I did that, and now I got it. Now I'm over with that. So now, if I do get another car, I'm gonna pay out of pocket for it. And that's how that's going to be.
Good. I like that attitude. You can't buy a car cash. You can't afford it.
Exactly. I'm serious. I've been learning.
Your car payment is $375 a month right now.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's really good, because some people got $500-$600 car payment.
It's not bad relative to that, but it's not good relative to your income either. Having a $400 a month, or that's 17% of your net income is going strictly to the car payment. That doesn't account for insurance, everything else. I mean, insurance plus insurance, gas, and the car payment.
And this is one up too.
25% of your net income right now is going towards transportation, which is not good. Not good.
No, it's not. So that's what I say. When that thing is paid off, that is it. I'm getting sick of paying on that. I've been paying on this. It'll be 6 years. I think it'll be 6 years. I think this year it'll be 6 years. So my goal is to have it paid off by the end of this year. And I've been using my part-time paycheck to pay that off. So that was my goal, is to use that money to pay it off, and every month just put money on it, every pay, and put the money on there. And it was working until I went through this job switcheroo thing, because I was using my full-time money to pay off my credit card debt, and then I got a new job, so now I'm going through that. But it's getting paid off. I know it's just
good. Well, you want to get out of this card debt, which is good, and that will help. Yeah. That'll free up $400 a month in your budget. At the end of the day, when you have that you can start throwing and maxing out your Roth IRA every single year.
Yes, I'm trying to do that too, because I'm trying to stack that, because I got the Navy Federal, and they just went up to 4%. I noticed that on my bank statement. When I got it, it was at 3%, and the guys, because they were telling me, I had asked them, I said, "Is that a good deal?" They said, "No, it's really not." But I said, "Well, you know what? I need an IRA, so I'll get one now, and then I'll get a better deal one later if I have to." And I know they have when I talked to Navy Federal recently, they said they have a certificate program for 3,000 maximum, and with a 4.5% interest rate. I was like, okay, but they already just raised it to 4% from last time I saw.
So that money, that's not an IRA it's in. That's just a savings account for Navy Federal.
No, I do have an IRA. I have a money market, a Roth IRA. I got two of those. So I maxed out the first one, and now I'm putting another money into the second IRA with Navy Federal.
How much is in the IRA? Because I see a money market savings account that is. Oh, yeah. Okay. No, I do. I see the money market savings account is 300 in there, and the IRA has 3,000. So that's not invested in index funds, is it? Is that just in? You just said it's a savings account with 4%.
No, that has ETFs to it. The Navy Federal, the Roth IRAs too.
Okay, it is invested in the stock market. It's not just sitting in cash.
Yes. Okay. No. It's investing. Yeah.
Okay. Good. I'm a big fan of Acorns as well, because I personally use Acorns as well. It's a good app.
I like them. They're good, essential.
It's a great app for teaching people how to invest money and learn how, if you plant seeds now, it can bloom into a big, beautiful tree one day. So it's really good.
That was my first one I started with.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed it, and I've been enjoying it because of the fact that it was my first investment. Like I said, I'm still new to this stuff. My parents didn't raise me to think like this, so it's been up to me to try to learn and grow to think like a financial and be more financial savvy.
Yeah.
So I'm almost there. Like I feel like I have it, but I'm still got some teeter totter work to work through.
Yeah. Let's dive into that. What was your childhood like?
It was good. I had a good childhood. Loving parents. I'm a child of four. I'm the middle child. I got two older siblings and younger siblings. Went to a good school. I graduated from Roosevelt, which is like a magnet school. Got good for the program. So and then I mean, typical childhood.
How did
I never had any
how did your parents
nothing
approach money
bad.
growing up?
I'm sorry.
How did your parents approach money growing up?
They kept it out of our way. They didn't. My parents didn't talk about money in front of the kids. That was their private business. It wasn't until we got into our 20s when they would talk about my dad. My dad was a very financially smart guy. Very financially smart. He was in the Navy for 30 years. Moved up the ranks to the highest rank he could get. Retired. Went to the. I think he retired at the Pentagon. And then after he did that, got a civilian job, working, making six figures. Paid off the house that they raised all us in for 45 years, moved, sold the house, used the money to buy a new house, So my parents were very financially well minded. So they taught us, but then I guess didn't teach us in some way. Like I would talk to my dad about financial stuff, but I don't know. He just wasn't a I don't know. But I've been learning for myself because I know if he can do it, then I can do it. So that's how I've been trying to
Yeah.
get my mind focused on because he was really good with money.
Yeah. I mean,
He saved up for the SSI, all that. So
yeah, I mean, anyone can learn about money. That's part of the reason why I started this, because it's not talked enough about in the world. I mean, same as you. I mean, there's a lot of people in this world that their parents didn't talk to them much about money growing up. I kind of had my first kind of exposure with talking about money when I took Dave Ramsey's course when I was in high school and started talking to my parents more about money. I was always curious about money, trying to figure out ways to make money with at home, or trying to find things to sell on the internet, stuff like that. And I started my first business
yeah.
when I was 15. And that
Oh,
kind of
that's
got me to
good.
start talking to my dad more about money because I was making money. I was trying to figure out, I didn't know what to do with it. And so my dad started teaching me about money
Yeah,
when I was about 15, 16,
that's
learning to
good.
invest, budget, stuff like that. But a lot of people aren't exposed to money until they get out of college. They have $100,000 in student loans. They have $10,000 of credit
Mm.
card debt, and they're like, "Oh, I have to actually pay this back. Now what?" And so that's why I wanted to start this, because people need to talk about money. People need to learn about money. It's not as complicated as people make it seem. I mean, basic principles is you spend less money than you make.
Don't
You only buy stuff that you can
exactly,
afford if you can pay for it in cash, and you invest the difference.
exactly.
And if you follow those
Yeah.
basic principles, then you can live a long, happy, financially sound life. But the issue is a lot of people see the new big, beautiful $70,000 truck or new sports car, or new Mercedes, and
Whew.
finance a $50,000, $60,000 vehicle making $50,000 a year, and it destroys them. I mean, you're
Yeah.
learning right now. How much was the vehicle that you bought originally?
25,000, and that was too much. Like I said, I was
You bought
naive,
a twenty five
so I even
thousand
paid.
$25,000 car making $28,000 a year net income. So that
Yeah,
car cost basically your entire year's salary before tax is taken out, and you
exactly.
still have it 5 years later, and it's eating up $400 a month of your budget. So that
Yeah.
definitely was way too much
I
car at the
thought
time.
it was, like I said, my mother and father, they were the kind of parents to be like, she got to learn on her own, so go make your mistake. So, and I made my mistake. I didn't know that I didn't have to put all that extra insurance and stuff on it. There was so much I didn't have to put on the car that I should just got it for the MSRP price and kept it moving, which was 18,000. And then because I didn't know well enough, I put all the other packages on it that I didn't need to. But now that I know better, I wouldn't do that again.
Yeah, I mean, I think if best car is a car paid for in cash, and you learn the hard way, and hopefully this is your last car loan you ever have, and hopefully moving forward, it's saving up for cash, because I don't think you ever want to go back to a $400 a month car payment once you get this paid off.
No, I know, and every now and then I'll go and see about a new car, and then all the car payments are
No,
five,
don't
six,
even
seven
look at
hundred
it. If
dollars.
you don't have the cash for it, don't even think about buying a new car right now.
No, I wouldn't. I wasn't going to, but
Don't
I
even
just
look.
wanted to
It's like
see what the
it's like going
estimated.
on Zillow and be like, "Oh, I'm just going to look at houses." Next thing you know, you've put in 10 offers on houses and you're under contract for 3.
Oh no, no, I'm not going to do that. I've learned that lesson about housing through friends of mine. So
Don't even look at
I
cars.
don't want to talk.
It's like
No.
it's like walking into the ice cream shop and saying, I'm just going to look at the flavors. I can't do that. If I walk in the ice cream shop, I'm getting ice cream. So if you start looking at cars, you're going to find yourself with some
Behind a car.
car salesman talking you into, hey, come buy this new car. We'll give you 0% interest rate for the first 3 years. It's only $700 a month. And then you find yourself screwed. Don't do it.
Hell no, no, I'm not gonna do that again. I learned my lesson,
Good.
and I'm really good at not I'm really good at not giving into temptation, because I've had people over the years, and you probably had people over the years that try to get you into multi-level marketing schemes and different schemes that's out there, like the Bitcoin scheme that I had people try to sign me up for. I didn't understand that one, but I'm glad I read my book before I went into Bitcoin, because it did talk about how people were trying to scam you in the Bitcoin world, and I didn't know what they meant until somebody tried to do it to me, and I was like, oh, this is what they're talking about. So it was something weird.
I learned my lesson. It was in 2017, 2018. I got involved in some guy I thought was a Bitcoin whatever on Twitter, and sent him half a Bitcoin, which is like 15 grand now. And I think he's in prison right now. He got convicted of fraud and a bunch of other stuff. And I looked him up one day, and he's in prison, I think. And I don't have that money. I'm never going to get it, but I learned the hard way.
Right. I know.
I was 20 years old, and Bitcoin was just taking off, and I was like, oh, this sounds like a great idea. It was like $500 at the time.
Yeah.
What could go wrong? If $500 was just evaporated, maybe it was $1,000. I forget what it was. Either way, I learned my lesson the hard way. And if it sounds too good to be true, it is.
It's true. That's something I have learned too. If it sounds too good to be true, stay away from it.
Yeah.
If I ain't require no hard work and dedication or some knowledge behind it.
Yeah. So let's dive into your monthly expenses. So we just went through. You got your rent, which is $600 a month. We have car payment $375. We got gas $60. How much is your car insurance a month?
Oh, that just went up to $1,100. It was down to $8, but because I live in the city, it went up.
Is that $1,100 for the year?
Yeah, it's every 6 months.
Oh, that's okay. $1,100 per 6 months. Okay.
Yeah. And I talked to them. I just called Allstate and asked them about that, and it was like, well, you can do your drive-wise, and so I don't know.
Okay.
Now I was going to change insurance, but everybody I've been talking to about the car insurance done said the same thing. Oh, mine went up too. Mine went. So
yeah, car insurance is definitely going up across the board, but it's always good to find like an insurance broker or use an app. I think like there's one called Jerry that you can look and compare it price quotes just to see, can you save yourself $20, $30 a month? Right now, between car insurance, car payment, gas, you're paying $620 a month in your car stuff, which is more expensive than your rent right now.
It is. I'm serious. I'm trying. It's hard out here for everybody, but I'm trying.
Hey, well, that's what we're gonna run through all your expenses and see what we can cut out to kind of help you out a little bit. We got
I'm gonna cut out everything.
Groceries $120. We got eating out about $60. We got entertainment $80. We got personal care $180 and pet $60. So we got $380 in fun money. We got $1,340 in needs. So we got $1,720 in expenses for the budget laid out. Let's see how that pans out for the last month you sent me. Is that laughing because it's not going to pan out to what your budget you sent me was?
Oh no, it will.
It will?
Because I cut off a lot of stuff. I cut off a lot, and even because then the thing I live with some friends of mine, and so they help out a lot too, and I'm very thankful for them for helping me out. But So.
Okay, well let's go through this. We have to start Acorns. You transferred $25 to your Acorns account on July 21st. Why are you investing in Acorns still when you got credit card debt?
No. That's a checking account. I have check-ins and an IRA through them.
Oh, so
it's my
checking account with Acorns.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
So you're not investing currently with that.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't have any money to invest.
Good.
That's what I'm telling you.
I'm just making sure. That's what I'm telling
you. I'm going through all this job situation and money situation that I don't have no money right now to invest. I need to pay all this stuff off first.
So what is this? On July 19th, we have $150 that you spent. What is that from? It was a Venmo.
Oh, that's my rent.
That's your rent. Okay.
That's my rent. Yeah.
Okay.
I give them $600 a month, and I've been breaking it down because of the money situation I'm going through.
And then we got, what is North Beach? You paid $27 to the town of North Beach in Maryland. Did you go to the beach?
Yeah, I did. I was just my little getting away from the area. I was just trying to get away. I needed some fun time.
So
I work a lot.
you spend
Yeah.
$27. I guess that's probably parking or something. And you got beach fries for $15.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did eat food.
Okay, so that's
It was just me, myself, and I.
$40 right there in eating out. We've got Walmart, or there's groceries.
Yeah, for the house.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 transactions at Walmart in a single day.
Yeah,
That is for
for the house.
60, 80, 100 $100.
For the house.
What kind of things? Necessities?
Yeah, I buy groceries for the house. I do live there, so I do have to pay chip in.
Who do you live with right now?
My best friend and her family.
And y'all split groceries evenly, or you kind of just pitch in at different times?
I pitch in a different time.
Okay, because I say $100 in groceries is a lot for one visit for an individual, but
It's 5 people in the house.
okay. So we got, you transferred money to your IRA on July 14th for $30.
Right.
Shouldn't be transferring money to your IRA when we don't have a job or trying to get this figured out. Investing should be on the back burner.
That was by mistake because I have them as auto pay, and so I didn't turn it off in time.
Okay.
But I did turn them off now.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. We've got Shell, so gas, Chick-fil-A, eating out at Chick-fil-A for $15.
Chick-fil-A's expensive. That's where I was at work.
Okay. Can you pack lunches for work to save some money?
I always pack my lunch, but that day I didn't have my lunch.
Okay.
Most days I pack my lunch.
And then we got the Toyota ACH. That's your car payment for $95. Is that split into 4 different transactions? Is it every week?
It's every it is a payment plan. So I pay it every and then I payment plan it all.
Okay, so it's okay. See, yeah, 3 transactions. One's 95, one's 100, one's 180 for last month. That's car payment. We got more Shell. We got Five Below. Is that a bar?
No, it's a store.
Oh, Five Below the store. That's yes.
Yeah.
Five Below sounded like a beach bar or something. We got
That's
Cava, Charles County Pub. Those are small, like 80-cent transactions. So you got hit with, you overdrew funds on July 10th. So you got hit with $30 in fees.
Right. I remember. That's when I just lost my job.
Okay.
So everything started to slam me in the face.
Yeah. We got Subway, eating out more, $16. That's an expensive Subway lunch.
Yes, I did treat myself. That's when I was working at PetSmart.
$17
I worked at PetSmart. Yep.
More Five Below, $5 at Home Depot. CubeSmart. Why are you paying CubeSmart $231 a month?
Oh, I forgot about my CubeSmart. That's my storage. That too, and I need to get rid of. I have because
4 years.
Oh no! It's only been a year. It's going on a year and a half. But I need to get rid of that. And that's the thing, because I have my storage unit. Well, I lived at home for 35 years. That's one thing. And so after my parents died, I had all my stuff, and I was living with my younger sister. But then I moved out with her, and I got my own storage unit because I still had the stuff from. And I'm trying to move into my own place. My ending goal for the end of this year is to get out of debt and move into my own place. And that's what I'm trying to do. But I have my storage unit too. So then, and I want to get rid of it, but I have my parents' things I took from my parents' house when after they passed. So memorabilia. So
is there
that's another.
Is there ways to consolidate that down into boxes in your current room? Because $231 a month, that is not cheap.
I'm serious. You got that right. I thought about moving that stuff to another storage unit, but that wouldn't make any sense. So no, because
the roommates that you live do they have? Is there like a basement or an attic that you can box some stuff up and put it in instead? Save yourself $230 a month.
I wish it was that simple, but I don't want to move any more into the house than I've already have. My goal is to get out of there, and I don't want to cause any friction or anything. So I would rather just keep it what it's doing, and then force myself to get out of there. That's my goal.
Can you sell some stuff in there, like consolidate down? Because I mean, $231 a month.
I thought about it.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. There. It is, and as soon as I can get into my own apartment, I can close that down, and I can save $227 a month. That's my goal.
Yeah, because that needs to go. That needs to go quick. I mean, that's $2,400 over the last year at least that you've paid towards that, which is the credit card debt and it's the insurance you got, or it's a credit card debt and $1,000 towards the car loan. So it's not nothing that's just going towards this storage unit. I mean, they get you. You put some in storage, it sits there for 6 years. You never touch it. The 2 times you ever touch it is when you put it in there and when you close down the unit.
I do. Yeah, I do go in there often because I keep things. I purposely keep things in there. The purposely make myself go about so it's closer to home. Because before my storage unit was in Calvert County, but I don't live there anymore, so I moved it closer to home. But I need to get rid of it. I'm trying to. I'm gonna actually gonna call. I'm gonna talk to them too. I'm gonna make that on my to do list to talk to them about
Yeah,
downsizing it if I
downsize it,
can.
find another
Yeah,
place, figure out
yeah.
something. But we got to get this $230. That wasn't on the budget that you sent me before, so that is creeping up your
Oh
budget
yeah,
right now.
I know. I forgot about that one. That one I forgot about. That's on me.
Everyone
I
always
was
forgets
trying to do
about
that in
those
a hurry.
things.
Yeah, that one I forgot. That's the only thing though. It was just cute smart. Everything else is everything I have is what I have.
Okay, so let's see what else we got on here. We got in June, you're still transferring your IRA to Acorns to savings. Your rent for $300 is partial payment there. Your car bill, Panera for $1.27. Walmart another $65. Pets
Probably groceries.
groceries, okay. Whole Foods $101. So we're at 265 in groceries compared to the 120 you sent me on the budget. So we're at least at 265. PetSmart 30, McDonald's 10, Moms of Waldorf. You got
That's where I used to work.
okay, you got 4 transactions there. You spent $20 there in a day.
That's when I used to work there. So
And we got more Facebook. So yeah, it says Facebook $1.03.
I need to look into that because they keep sending me
And
that.
then we got another
And I
Facebook
keep
for
and
$10.32.
yeah, I was trying to reach out to the customer service people about that too, that 1032 and that dollar. They won't respond. I'm glad that you said something. I need to talk to them too. I'm gonna do that when I get off of you, because I'm getting sick of that. And I tried reaching out to the chat about the customer service about that 1032 to Facebook, and they never responded to me. So I was trying to find a number, and then I got busy and it slipped my mind. So I'm glad you said something because I need to get on that too.
Good. Okay. A few things. Food is the main thing that I see that needs to be cut out and cut down in terms of groceries. You got 265 in bills, and then we got eating out at McDonald's, Walmart, Panera are the other things. I mean, besides that, we have a lot of obviously we got your car payment for $400 last month. We got rent, we got gas. Going to the beach right now for $40, $45. Personally, I don't think that's the best idea. I think you need to be finding local. I mean, live in DC. DC's a beautiful place. Take the subway to a beautiful park, walk around. Yep.
Stuff was expensive.
Y'all got water there. Get a bike, something. But 40 cheaper than $41 to go to the beach. But
It used to be.
DC is a
Yeah,
beautiful
that was a
city.
one-time thing. Yeah.
Go walk around there. But we got $41 there that we can cut. Eating out needs to stop right now. Shopping at Five Below and other things that aren't necessities right now. I mean, that's what you need to cut down on. There's nothing like crazy shopping. I don't see any affirm payments or anything that are buy now pay later, which is good.
No, I told you I paid them things off.
Good. Those things
I hate using that.
you should.
hate using those
If you ever
services.
even think about touching one of those buttons again that says buy now pay later, please email me and I'll tell you
No,
not to do it.
I try to stay away from them things because they're more addicting than the credit
Yeah.
card.
But we have last month we have $1,900.79 coming out of your bank account between all your transactions. So you spent $1,979. There's a few that look like the Acorns transfers or IRA transfers, so we'll call it about $100 on that. So you spent $1,900, but we only had just over $1,500 coming in. Operating at a deficit right there when it comes to income in, expenses out. So that's where we need to figure out how do we cut expenses. Food, eating out does not need to happen, or the big
I
thing.
take my lunch a lot. Usually the times when you see me eating out is when I got paid.
So you
Yeah,
get paid
so
when you
that's
decide to go eat out that day.
after I pay off my bills. I always
No,
pay my bills
you can't.
first and whatever.
If you have, your bills aren't paid if you have $1,000 of credit card debt.
No. I mean when I put my balances on there. So after I pay all, or like my credit card balance, my PayPal balance, depending on which one that is due first, you got to juggle them around. Car insurance, depending on what it is, then I'll go out. But if I don't have the money, I won't go out to eat, and I'll make something in the house, which is why you see all the grocery charges because I buy a lot of food because I live with 5 people. and I gotta, put in my rent and my share. So they cook a lot too. So it's just me contributing. But I bought groceries for the next few weeks, so I'm good for that. I don't need any more groceries. And I did, and I've been making my lunch because since I am going through a hard time right now, I've been making my lunch. So I've been using my groceries.
Yeah, I mean, eating out needs to stop though. I understand you got to contribute to groceries to the house. Obviously, got to pay your rent. But eating out, personal care, things like that need to go on the back burner until you get out of this credit card debt to get this car loan paid off. I mean, once you get the car loan paid off, you get the credit card debt gone. You're gonna have $500 a month that just coming out of your account right now that you're gonna be able to one invest and two
Hmm.
spend a little bit of that money towards things you want to do, whether that's going to the park or going to the beach or eating out. But right now, if you got $1,000 in credit card debt, you got $1,000 you owe to the car insurance company, you got $4,000 the car loan. You got to figure out how to live, as Dave Ramsey says, live on rice and beans until you kind of get all this stuff paid off.
I get what you're saying.
But what you put on here, $180 a month for personal care, but I don't see any transactions. What do you typically spend $180 a month on personal care for?
Well, if I the Walmarts and the Whole Foods, stuff like that. 'Cause I bought vitamins at Whole Foods. So personal, and then when I worked at Mom's, because the organic store, to buying their personal things. So some of that $100 and for the groceries from the Walmart and the thing is part of my personal care, like shampoo,
Okay.
conditioner. I don't buy any makeup. I don't need any of that stuff. Mostly vitamins, and I'm trying to wean myself off of medication and go more on vitamins. So vitamins cost, so I've been trying to do that too.
I'm going to take care of yourself physically and mentally as well.
Yeah,
Exercise, get outside, get some fresh air.
I do that a lot. I love to walk. That's my favorite thing to do.
I do too.
Going to a park, walking around, give me some music.
On a good, beautiful day, that's the best thing to do. But yeah, I mean, right now,
Hmm.
obviously, the issue we have right now is an income problem with you switching jobs, not having enough income in the month of June and July to cover these bills.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you got the new gig last week. That's full time. Definitely keep that second part time job, and hey, let's bring
Oh,
in
I am.
hopefully.
I like that job.
Yeah, after tax and everything, hopefully we're bringing in $2,200 to $2,300 a month. And if you're spending right now, have your expenses at $2,100 a month.
Hmm.
I'd like for that to be lower so you can pay off this credit card and the car insurance stuff quicker. But if you can get
Yeah, me too.
if you get rid of that storage unit and you cut back on eating out and you keep your groceries at 265 a month, entertainment, cut that down. I mean, you can
I'm
have
cutting the groceries down.
groceries.
I'm trying. I'm only gonna cut that. I do want to cut my groceries down because it's just me. Once I can move out, a lot of the expenses I'm paying will also get cut too because it'll be just me and my cat.
Can
'Cause
you
with me
can you
living with
find a
them.
place in DC to live for $600 a month for a one bedroom or a studio?
Yeah, but it's gonna be in the worst areas possible.
So your expenses
It
your
was
expenses would go up then. You said a
if
lot of
I'm
expenses would go down if you move out on your own, but your expenses are going to go up if your rent's going to be going up.
well, no, no, well, I found some spare rooms and stuff on like those websites, room to room, spareroom.com, and they've been in the affordable range of what I can do. But the only thing is I have to live with people, and I got cats, and that's been the biggest
Yeah.
tumble I've been dealing with. But I found a way to have my cat and to rent a room. So I'm still in that process. Cause like I said, I'm trying to be out before the end of the year once I pay all that stuff off. So once these checks come in with the new, that's my first tour of duty is to pay off these credit cards ASAP, like throwing big money on them, like huge money, $200, $300.
Yeah.
I know how to live I know how to live under my means until I get what I need.
Yeah, I think, and then when you get what you need, then you forget about it, and then you find yourself back in debt.
No, 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 because this time I'm gonna hide the credit card for myself.
Well, you need to
That's
cancel
what
the
I
credit
need.
cards. I mean, 95% of people, probably 90% of people that use credit cards don't use them properly. They carry balances, or they think they know how to use it, and then they end up paying more in interest than they are getting rewards from the credit card companies. And
That's true. I do have a
I
question.
got an answer.
When it comes to credit card, the only reason why I got one is because I needed to build my credit. But if there's other ways I can build my credit without the credit card, what are the other ways?
What's your credit score right now?
716.
716. So your credit score is great. I mean, frankly, what I'd do is I would lock that. If you're worried about your credit card tank or credit score tanking, if you close your credit cards, take that credit card,
Yeah.
lock it in the freezer, whatever, hide it as far away as possible. Don't ever use it. Use a debit card, and maybe you have one monthly bill. If you have, I guess you don't need any subscription right now. So just, frankly, don't use it right now. Um,
I don't need anything.
I, I
It's just my PayPal.
I would just lock it away.
And I was gonna close that down. I was gonna close my PayPal down because I don't need that. As soon as I was finished paying, once I paid that off, I was gonna close that on, close my PayPal account down, and keep the credit card, but store it somewhere. Because right now I'm in keeping it with me because I was going through all these
Yeah.
jobs and financial situations. But once it's paid off, I was gonna just put it somewhere. But also I've heard that to maintain a good credit score, you have to at least use it, even if it's one time swipe a month for $20 or less than that. That's what I've heard. So I don't know.
It everyone says different things on it. I mean, definitely canceling the credit cards can like potentially reduce your score. George Camel, he works with Dave Ramsey, and I was listening to one of his posts on social media today, and he told people if you're so scared of using or getting rid of your credit cards, take your credit card, put it in the freezer for 90 days, and see if you need it after those 90 days. And if you don't touch it in those 90 days, then you're fine. But if some people want that safety net of having that credit card as a safety net, so they put it in the freezer, don't use it for 90 days. But I mean, right now, frankly, you're not using credit cards correctly because obviously you're carrying a balance on it. So if you can't pay your credit card off in full every single month, if you've ever missed a payment on your credit card, you shouldn't have a credit card because that's how credit card companies make their money. That's how you see people on TikTok traveling the world with their credit card points. It's because all the credit card debt that's out in the world. I mean, credit card companies give away points because of the interest they're
Once you
charging
stay
on
in
people that
debt,
aren't making
yeah.
making their payments. So,
That's true. I had it before, and I'm not trying to be back in that situation. Because when I was young and dumb, I had a credit card, and it got up to 19 G's,
got
and I had to go through
19,000.
one of those years. Yes, boy.
What did
I
you
told you.
spend on that?
I was young. I got it when I was 18, and so I would use it and being stupid, and then eventually I was using it, and then not being smart, and then not paying. I would just pay the minimum balance. But my mother, when I told her, she was like, "You're not supposed to pay the minimum. You need to pay over the minimum because the minimum is what's keeping you in debt because you're paying the interest. That's all you're doing." So I got on national debt relief, and all I had to pay with them was they took away the interest, and I just had to pay the charge. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a listed $11,000 charge. That's all I had to pay for them. So
Racked it up to
and I got out of
racked
that.
it up to $19,000, and you didn't learn your lesson obviously because you got debt again.
No, I did, but no, I did because the last time I did the credit card debt, I would keep having extended. You know how they always say, "Oh, you're eligible for extending it to $1,000." This time I didn't do that because just in case I did get into a situation again, it wouldn't be as much. But right now, I can get myself out of this because I'm making more money now at the new job. And like I said, you just said pay off the smallest one first. And I've read all that I read Investment for Dummies. I like those for Dummies series. So when I read that book, it taught me how to get out of debt. Even after I had the $19,000 credit debt, I had to start educating myself. So yes, I have it now, but I know how to get myself out of it, and this time, stay out of
Yeah, I
it,
mean this
just
credit
to
card
cut
debt
things down.
with your new job, if you can keep your expenses around $1,800 a month, which looking at this, you definitely should be able to, if not a
Yeah, I
little bit
can.
below. I mean, you got $600 towards your car, you got $600 towards rent, and if you have $600 going towards other things, or $200 going towards groceries, and then you got about $400 going to other things, which is 200 that is a storage unit. So $200 in other money, then you might be at
Right,
$1,800. You should have at least $400 a month to go towards this credit card debt. So you should be able to pay off the first
right.
credit card within the next 30 days. You pay off the second credit
Yeah, I
card
can.
within the following 45 days. And then you got both those off
Yeah, I can.
the table. And then, hey, let's go crazy on this car loan and get this thing paid
Yeah,
off.
yeah. That's my goal. Now that I have a new job and now it's commission based, so at the end of the month I get a check and a commission based check. So I'm hoping that if I do good at selling and all that, then I can use my commission to start paying off my car. That's my ending goal because I was using my part time job to pay off my car, but now I have this new job that has a more of an incentive program to it. I can hopefully be making enough money to pay everything off I'm gonna say the next less than 90 days. That's my
Let's
goal.
do it. I
My
love it.
goal was to have it all paid off in less than 90 days because I'm trying to move.
Yeah. And
And then because if I can move, I can get rid of my storage unit and I can put my $220 into my rent. Then I can afford to live on my own with me and my cats. That's all I have.
yeah, and get rid of that car payment. That's $400 a month towards you. I mean, you'll
Yes.
you'll
Oh
be
my
you'll
lord.
be loving life if you don't have a car payment. If you don't have that storage unit, I mean, that's $600 a month right now. Just come out of your bank account.
That's
It's
it.
over 25% of your paycheck, just being thrown away right now.
Literally, I want to put that into I want to invest more money into all my financial things I got going on. That's my ending goal for this year is to put more money into my IRA and all that. That's my ending goal.
Good.
And I already had that set in stone. But in order for me to get to that, I got to do all this stuff beforehand, and which I know what to do.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've done it before. I can do it again. It's just now I'm in the process of, I guess, a maturity thing. You know, as you get older, you go through more mistakes. You still make the same mistakes, but not as bad as you did the first time. So now I'm starting learning. That's that
Yeah.
part.
You need to sell the crypto too to help pay off the credit card debt faster, and then pay off the remaining credit card debt in the next 45 days. And then let's attack this
I
car.
can do
Let's
that.
attack the car loan. And then, hey, by then this year, the goal should be let's max out your Roth IRA, put $6,500 a month into that, or $6,500 a year into your Roth IRA. And then you're going to wake up when you're 65,
Yeah.
you're going to have a ton of money. And it's going to be great.
Yeah, that's my goal. I'm trying to retire before 65. My goal is to retire before then. That's why I need to wake up and get it and get into it because I'm 38 now. Got what, 15 more years?
You got
55.
25,
My parents
25 more
retired.
years.
Yeah, my parents retired at 55. Both my parents retired young, so I know it's doable. It's just me that need to put in the effort to make it doable.
Yeah. And I mean, right now, 38, if we put it at 60, we'll put it at 65, put it at 65, $500 a month right now into your Roth IRA. So $500 a year, you'll have just under just under $500,000 in 27 years. And that's putting $500 a month into it. So if you go to the car payment and you go to the storage unit and you put both of that, that's about $600 a month that could be going towards investments. And that puts you about 600,000. And then, okay, how do you increase your income? How do you start investing more than $600? And
I'm
you'll
trying
be
to
in a
open my
great
own
spot.
business. Yeah, and I'm trying to open my own business too, and that is in the pilot mode right now.
Yeah,
So I'm hoping I
finding
can
new
make a
ways to
little
make more
extra.
money. That's a great idea. As
Yeah,
long as you're not going into
yeah.
debt for it, I'm all for it.
Yes, that yeah. I've been doing pretty good though. I mean, getting clientele, but I haven't, and I've gotten a few jobs, a few gigs, but I got a big gig coming up in August, and that will hopefully pilot me to get into the bigger gigs and fairs and festivals and where the money is.
Good.
So that's what I'm hoping, and then I'll have the income coming in where I can still live within my means and put money away into my savings, and I'm hopefully get engaged by the end of this year. So then I'll be going on that to a marriage, which I'll probably come back to you for because I don't marriage and money sometimes can be worse than you single and money.
Yeah, marriage and money can be complicated. It can be great. It can be very complicated. It's one of the main reasons for divorce in America, and one of the main reasons for conflicts in relationships. So you have to make sure that you're on the same page with your partner as well. And I think that should be a goal too. If you're getting engaged by this year, let's be out of debt by then this year, so that you're not bringing baggage into the marriage. And I think you'd feel a lot
Exactly.
better coming into the marriage that
Hmm.
way too. And so that needs to be used
Yeah, I
as
know.
motivation.
That's all these. Yeah, that's all. These are all motivations. I mean, I tell myself every day, if you can do this, you can do that. You can do this, you can do that. So it's getting there. It's just you go through these rough times in life, but I'm getting it. It's getting together.
Well, good. I think we have a plan. You pay off or sell the crypto to help pay off the credit cards. You start living below your means, start cutting some of these unnecessary spending with food and different things. Try to maybe get rid of the storage unit, but start paying $300, $400 a month towards paying this credit card debt off. You have that paid off within 2 months, especially with the crypto on top of it. And then, okay, great. Now let's figure out this car loan. You got $4,000 left on it. Can you pay that off the next 5-6 months? If you can throw more money at it instead of just a
I've been
$375 a month,
trying to.
let's throw more at it.
They be playing with they be playing with me when it comes to that my car because I was using my part time job to pay it and I was doing good because I was getting paid every week so I put in all my minimum and then sometimes I would send my money in and then they will kick it back so they be playing with you too so I was like I know the money is there especially when I purposely don't spend my credit card or whatever for days on end then you're gonna say oh the money got kicked back I know what they be doing oh Lord I can't wait to get rid of this car.
I can't wait for you to get rid
Serious.
of it too.
Because I've had that when I had my credit card debt. Right when I was almost done, they started playing around telling us, oh, you owe more money. No, I don't. I call every week. Every week, that's another thing. Because they all have recorded lines. So I purposely call every week because I know I'm on a recorded line. So I can always say, well, pull up my last phone conversation you just had with me a week ago. So, and then I know that was happening. But once I had my last and final payment, that was it. So there was only one guy when I did my credit card national debt relief that tried to say that I had to owe more money. But when I paid my debt off again, um, I called and I talked to a different representative, and they was like, "No, you don't owe any more money. You still have this payment. You got paid this, yada yada yada." I was using all my stimulus check money. That was
Oh wow.
That's how I paid it off. I don't want those stimulus checks. That's what I used to pay off my $19,000 credit card. I used all that money to pay it off.
Goodness.
Hey, it's their money anyway. They want it back, so
Yeah.
take it.
Well, good. Well, I'm glad we have some ideas and have a plan for you to get out of debt. You gave yourself a 6 at the beginning of this show in terms of your financial score. I'd probably put you about a 4 right now, because you're
Okay.
transitioning between jobs. Once you get this job up and running and working 40 hours, you should be able to live underneath your means. But I hate the car payment, frankly, in terms of your financial situation,
Me too.
having a $375 payment. So that brings you down definitely. But in terms of your debt, this credit card debt, you should be able to get paid off in the next 60 days. The car loan by the end of this year, and the car insurance, I guess you got to figure out what that situation is. If you have monthly payments towards that, or you owe them $1,000 up front, but you should be able to
I'll figure that
at
out.
least be able to start maxing out your Roth IRA by the end of this year. Is start figuring out, can I contribute $500 a month towards this? And I think you can if you
I
get all these
can
debts paid off. So,
get the debt
and
paid off.
and the
Yeah.
best thing is you're willing and wanting to do this. So if you're sitting here fighting me
Heck
about getting out
yeah.
of debt, then I'd probably give you a 1 right now. But you have the energy and you're excited to get out of debt and you want to get this car paid off.
Heck
So I'm giving you a
yeah.
4 for that.
I'm serious. I'm ready.
I'm gonna
I'm trying
follow
to
up
make
with
my
you in a
life
few
debt
weeks and
free.
say, hey, is the credit card
Please
debt paid
do.
off? Is the crypto sold? So
Please do. I don't mind updates because I mean sometimes an update is good to see how people are going.
yeah,
Right now I'm in this bad spot, but in a few weeks from now I might be in a better spot where I can be like, no, pay off the whole credit card yet with my commission check. Done.
there we go. And then a year from now, we'll have another follow up, and you'll say, hey, I'm maxing out my Roth IRA for this year.
I'm serious, and I want to get. And the thing is, I want a total of 7 lines. I want a total of 7 lines of income. So I got 4 so far with the crypto, the Navy Federal, the Acorns, and Ethereum. So I want
I
3
would.
more, and I
You're
want
selling
one
the
of those.
crypto right now. It's not a source of income anymore. You got to sell it to pay off the credit card
Well, no,
debt.
I'm talking. No, I'm talking about once I get out of credit card debt and get myself back on a better financial
I would I
growing
would
up.
focus initially on index funds and ETFs
Okay.
out the gate, then going into crypto because you want to build up a
Oh,
base.
really?
You want to build up a financial base of U.S. stocks, of the stock market, of total world stock market, versus hey, let's throw in a crypto because crypto, yes, long term, there's a lot of money flying into crypto, a lot of investment firms, etc. Something probably will come out of the space, but also I wouldn't hedge in your spot your entire portfolio, your entire investment account going into crypto. So once you build up a stable financial base, okay, great. Can I play around with a small percentage of my portfolio, 5%, whatever, into alternative investments? But I wouldn't right now do
Well,
it.
my crypto, I wasn't using crypto as my retirement. My crypto was just my bump around money. Whenever that's what I was using it for, is money I put away for like a rainy day. But my Navy Federal and Acorns is my retirement, and that's what the money I've been trying to. That's what I want to max out and keep
I,
putting big money into.
I would make sure you're
Yeah,
maxing out all your retirement accounts first and foremost before you start playing around
right.
in crypto because yes, people make a lot of money in crypto, people lose a lot of money in crypto, and the markets are
People lose a lot of money
yeah,
in crypto too.
the
Yeah,
markets are
it's very
so
volatile.
volatile.
Yeah, very volatile.
I wouldn't sit here and depend on crypto for your financial future. So
No, I don't. I'm not depending on it. That's
let's
what I said.
let's put that
I
on
would
the
like to
back
have 3
burner
more.
until we start
Okay.
building up a financial base. So
All right, that's a good idea. All right, so yeah, my Acorns and my Navy Federal is my the base that I need right there. But I also want to ask you about SSI because I haven't started doing my research, but I know because every few years I do talk to a financial advisor, and one thing that the lady told me when I was at Chesapeake Bank, she was telling me that I should look into my SSI and knowing how to read all that. Do you know anything about SSI statements?
for Social Security,
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here even thinking about I'm gonna have Social Security when I'm 65. So
Okay.
that thing's gonna be far gone probably by the time I'm even close eligible. So
Okay.
I don't know enough about it, but I don't want anyone that I talk to be sitting here depending on Social Security for the rest of their life, especially if you have
Well,
time and age.
I don't mean in that way.
Go ahead.
Oh, I don't mean depending on it, but I'm just wondering, is there any way I could add more money to it as another means of, because I can retire with it?
No, I would be putting all
No,
your
okay,
money into your own investment portfolio
okay,
and self-insure
okay,
yourself that way because you could wake up and you're 65 and Social Security could be out of money. I mean,
that's
it's
good.
not on a track to have money
It's not
when I'm
guaranteed.
65. So
All right, okay, that's good to know. I didn't know. I thought it was something else I could add money to as I got older. But if it's just money for my paycheck going in there, and like you said, it's not gonna be, It's more likely ain't gonna be there anyway when I'm that age. So
Yeah. I think right now it says, first Google, it says Social Security is expected to run short of cash by 2033. So that's 10 years from now.
no.
So I
Oh
personally wouldn't be
yeah.
depending on my financial future on the government. Yes, will they
Okay.
maybe magically print money and money will appear? Probably, but I'm not going to sit here and depend on that. So,
All right.
but
Okay, that's good to know.
yeah, well, Andrea, really, really appreciate your time today. And hopefully this was beneficial for you to kind of talk through your finances. You need to sit down,
You are.
start budgeting your money. I'll send you a few different resources too that I use for budgeting, tracking expenses, learning about the debt snowball, etc. But really just appreciate your time and transparency on here. And if anyone's watching this, if you
Thank
learned
you.
anything, if you enjoyed the conversation with Andrea, make sure to like and subscribe button. And Andrea, what do you say to anyone that's thinking about coming on the show?
If you need financial help, do it. Either talk to him, talk to a financial advisor, you get investment for dummies book, something. You gotta start somewhere. So if it means talking, laying it all out, you gotta lay it out before you can build it up.
Yeah, awesome. Well, really, really appreciate your time. Well, I'll check in. I'll email you some resources, and then we'll have a follow up in a few weeks, and I'll see how your finances doing. Making sure you get out of this credit card debt. So
Yes, please do. I would appreciate that. See how I'm doing.
awesome. Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.